Imagine you are scrolling your phone at midnight. You see it, a phone case, a dress, a set of kitchen gadgets, and the price is almost funny. $5, free shipping. You tap buy. It doesn't even feel like spending money. 2 weeks later, a package arrives, shipped halfway across the world, and you paid less for the product and the shipping than it would cost you to mail a birthday card across your own country. Stop and think about that. The raw materials, the factory, the workers, the packaging, and a journey of 7,000 miles. All of it for $5. That math is impossible, unless something you cannot see is quietly making up the difference. So, what are you really paying for? Because it is definitely not nothing. Let's decode it. To understand Temu and Shein, you have to understand one small phrase that quietly reshaped global shopping: de minimis. For years, most countries had a rule. If a package is cheap enough, under a certain value, it can enter the country without import taxes, and often without much inspection. The logic was simple. It is not worth a government's time to tax a $5 trinket. Here is what these companies figured out. If you ship millions of tiny, cheap packages directly from a factory to a customer's door, each one slips under that threshold. No import tax, barely any inspection. A traditional retailer ships one giant container, pays duties on the whole thing, warehouses it, marks it up, and then sells it to you. Temu and Shein skip nearly all of that. That is layer 1. And it is only the beginning. That single trick is just the first of 4 layers. The real reason your order is so cheap has 3 more parts, and the last one costs you the most, even though it never appears on the receipt. Keep watching. Layer 2. Cut out everyone in the middle. A normal t-shirt passes through a chain of hands. Manufacturer, brand, distributor, wholesaler, retailer. Each one adds a markup. By the time it reaches you, the price can be many times the cost to actually make it. Temu and Shein connect the factory almost directly to you. Fewer middlemen means fewer markups. Shein took it even further with something the industry calls on-demand manufacturing. Instead of guessing what will sell and making a million units, it makes tiny test batches, sometimes just 100 pieces, watches what sells online, and only then mass produces the winners. The result is almost no wasted inventory. A traditional brand eats the cost of everything that does not sell. Shein barely makes anything that won't. So far, this is genuinely clever. Cheaper logistics, fewer middlemen, smarter manufacturing. But here is where the price starts hiding its real cost. Because the next layer is the one nobody prints on the receipt, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. This is what you are really paying for. Layer 3. You. Temu and Shein are not really stores. They are apps built to capture your attention and your data, and they are extraordinarily good at it. Every tap, every pause, every item you linger on is fed into an algorithm designed to show you the next thing you cannot resist. Spinning wheels, countdown timers, almost gone warnings, tiny rewards for coming back tomorrow. It is engineered to feel like a game, and the data itself is valuable. What you buy, when, from where, on which device. Together, that is a remarkably detailed portrait of you. So, part of what makes the product cheap is that you are not only the customer, your attention and your data are part of the business model itself. But there's still a fourth cost, and this one shows up in your closet, in your trash, and somewhere far away you never see. Layer 4. The costs that are completely real, just not on your receipt. Start with quality. When something costs $5, it is often built to last about 5 wears. The shirt thins, the gadget breaks, the seams give out, so you buy it again. Cheap can quietly become expensive when you replace it 3 times. Then, the planet. Ultra-fast fashion produces enormous volumes of cheap clothing, much of it worn briefly and thrown away. The environmental cost of that mountain of textile waste is real. It is just paid by everyone, later. And the people who make it, producing clothing this cheap, and this fast raises hard questions about wages and working conditions. Journalists and watchdog groups have repeatedly raised concerns across the ultra-fast fashion supply chain. None of this is on the price tag, but it is part of the true cost of a $5 product. Now, the biggest twist of all. There is a reason these companies are willing to sell you things at a loss right now, and understanding it tells you exactly when to buy and when to wait. Here it is. Here is the part that ties it all together. In many cases, these companies are not even trying to make a profit on your order yet. To win a new market, a platform will sell products at cost, or even at a loss, subsidizing your cheap order and your free shipping. The goal is not today's $5. It is to get you hooked, get you scrolling every day, and own your shopping habit. Rapidly scaling marketplaces commonly subsidize prices and shipping to capture market share, prioritizing user growth over near-term profit. It is the classic playbook. Get big first, raise prices, or cash in on your data and attention later. And the ground is already shifting under all of this. Remember that de minimis loophole? Governments noticed it too, the US. And others have moved to close or tighten it, which would add import costs to exactly these kinds of cheap parcels, which means the $5 era may not last. If the loophole closes and the subsidies end, these prices could climb. That timing matters for you, and it is exactly where Act 3 begins. So, what do you actually do with all this? You do not have to quit these apps. You just have to shop them with your eyes open. 5 rules. Rule 1. Buy tools, not clothes you will wear once. These platforms are best for cheap, low-stakes, non-critical items. A phone cable, a gadget, a one-time decoration. They are worst for things you need to last. Match the platform to the job. Rule 2. Do the cost per wear math. A $5 shirt you wear twice costs $2.50 every wear. A $40 shirt you wear 50 times costs 80 cents a wear. Cheap up front is not the same as cheap over time. The next rule saves the most money of all, and almost nobody actually does it. Then 2 more that protect you before the prices climb. Rule 3. Beat the feed, not the price. The real cost here is impulse buying. Turn off the notifications, never buy from a countdown timer, and put a 24-hour rule on anything you did not open the app to buy. The algorithm is built to beat you. A simple wait beats the algorithm. Rule 4. Check the reviews and photos, not just the price. Sort by lowest rating and by customer photos before you buy. The price tells you nothing about whether the thing actually works. Rule 5. If you were buying it anyway, buy before the loophole closes and stack cash back. For genuinely useful, durable items, buying while prices are still subsidized makes sense. Route the purchase through a cashback app to claw back a little more. Used this way, these apps are a tool, not a trap. You get the genuinely cheap stuff without quietly paying the hidden costs you never signed up for. So, the next time you see a $5 product with free shipping, you will know the whole story. A customs loophole, a factory direct supply chain, your data and your attention, real costs paid by other people, and a subsidy that will not last forever. It is not magic, it is a business model, and now you can see straight through it. The 5-Rule Smart Shopping Guide and the cashback tools are linked in the description. Want to know the moment the de minimis rules change and these prices move? The free newsletter is the first link. That is where the timing intel lives. I'm price decoded. Now you know why it costs what it costs.